Hi, Psychic Medium Danielle Garcia here with your energy forecast for this week. Today I'll be telling you about the energies coming in May 25th, which was actually yesterday, through June 1st of 2020. So what do we have to look forward to? Well, there are currently 4 different planets in retrograde. We've got Pluto, Saturn, Venus, and Jupiter all in retrograde. So depending on what your sign is, depending on how sensitive you are or what type of empath you are, these different energies can be hitting you, kind of wonky, creating a little bit of imbalance. It can also be pushing you outside of your boundaries. It can be pushing you outside of your limits so that you can create a healthy boundary. It can be pushing you to a point of release. A lot of people are reporting having exhaustion, and whether that is the retrogrades. Today I checked the Schumann resonance and it was at 72, which, crazy. That typically can create, depending on how you internalize and perceive energy, but it can create different health issues because energy is energy, right? Not only do we feel it in our emotional field and our mental field, we're also accepting that and, absorbing it energetically unless we're doing some type of a practice to release that. I have had clients, students, peers report to me headaches, body aches, muscle aches, weird dreams, sleep disturbances. And I find it very interesting that the Schumann resonance has really spiked on and off the last 3 weeks. And we've also had these planets in retrograde. Well, get ready also because come June 1st, we're going to start the pre-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. Every empath's favorite part of the year, right? Not so much, at least not for me. But remember too, knowledge is power, and the more that we know about these energies coming in, the more that we can manage them instead of just getting boom, hit in the face with them. Know that now is a time about connecting to and creating your authentic self. If something bumps up against you that doesn't feel right, if you don't react out of integrity or out of the normal sorts how you want to react, you're going to keep feeling that red flag kind of bumping up against you. You may encounter different instances, different experiences, whether in your work life, in your personal life, where people are testing you and your authentic self, once again, is pushed to that point of setting that healthy boundary. A lot of energy is getting stuck and a lot of energy is getting released from the throat chakra during this period. Now is the time to speak your truth. You may feel that you are more reactive to things like traffic or reports on the media, whereas sometimes, you may just let those things kind of go over your head. Now you're actually verbalizing it. You're speaking out against it. You're reacting with your words because of what's going on. And allow that to happen. Some great, easy clearing methods for helping out the throat chakra can be humming, they can be singing, they can be screaming in your pillow, chanting, saying mantras, speaking out loud, affirmations, toning. These are all wonderful ways to clear the throat chakra. Also, lapis is a wonderful stone to help this open up, as is kyanite and chrysocolla. Just a couple of pointers for you. This is also a time period where a lot of us are seeking universal truth. Why are we here? What's the mission? What's the purpose? Why is all of this stuff going on right now? When you seek universal truth, remember it's important to put your logical, analytical self on a timeout, because most of the time universal truth is not found through ego. It's not found through logic. It is found through pure connection with source. It's found by allowing that higher self to embody within the physical. It's found by trusting your gut, trusting your intuition. So if you find yourself being stuck in the questioning, why this, why that, what's going on, where am I going? Take a step back, take a deep breath, put your ego on a time out, and truly connect. Allow yourself that time to spend with the higher realms, with your higher realms, with your higher self, your soul, your spirit, source, creator, God, whoever that might be for you, so that you can feel that peaceful internalization of light and allow that light to guide you. This is also a time where a lot of us are cleaning house, meaning we're cleaning our physical stuff. We're going through, that time of spring cleaning. Well, it's not just about the items in your cupboard or the shoes in your closet. It's also about cleaning house. What habits are serving you now? What patterns don't serve your highest, greatest good right now? What relationships are adding to your circumstance? And what relationships are taking away and pulling at your energy? Now is the time to clean house, to take a look at that. What's helping you, what's harming you. If I like to look at things just on a plus or a minus kind of level, for me, a lot of things are black and white and not so much gray in the middle. If something is adding to my experience, that's adding to my energy, that's bringing me positivity. But if there's a relationship in my life that's constantly pulling from me, it's constantly negative, it's constantly lowering my vibe, then I need to take a look at that and either release the relationship, cut cords and move on, or approach the relationship in a different manner so I'm not constantly being drained. This is also a time where patience is being tested. If you're like me, one of my most difficult lessons has been patience, and I'm still working on it 50 years later. So if you find yourself with being impatient, if you find yourself reactive instead of being in that calm, peaceful place, remember that these things are coming up to you, up for you, so you can take a look at them and decide, how's this feeling? Is this comfortable for me? Do I like being reactionary? Do I like being impatient? Is there a better way that I can handle this? So all these different vibes are coming in this week. All of this doesn't mean that, oh my gosh, it's a terrible week and I need to stay inside and pull the covers over my head. It's not about that at all. Remember every single day to do something good for you. Remember every single day, do something to manage your energy. Are you staying hydrated? Are you staying grounded? Are you doing some type of a gratitude practice? Are you connecting with source? Are you connecting with your angels? Are you connecting with your guides? Are you going outside and putting your feet on the ground, on the grass? What are you doing to connect to spirit? I think sometimes when a lot of these different energies are coming in, we forget about the simplicities, right? Sometimes the most powerful things that I use in my day-to-day practice are the most simple, but I can overlook them because they are so simple. Sometimes I think those of us in the woo-woo world, we're looking for that next level. We're looking for that next ascension, that next elevation of light, and it's got to be all convoluted and something super hard and difficult, and it's going to take us 15 minutes to get to that vibe. Sure, if you want it to be that way, but it doesn't have to be that way. Remember, intention is everything, and for me, that's my most powerful tool of all. Now I'm going to pull a couple of cards also, just to see what the cards have to say about the energies coming in this week. This week, I am drawing from the Queen of the Moon Oracle card deck by Stacy DeMarco. And here's that wonderful deck for you to take a look at. And we'll just see what the cards have to say. It is a very busy week. Here in Vegas, things are opening back up again. Believe it or not, our casinos will be opening June 4th. So many of the casinos here also, well, half my deck just jumped out. Hold on just a second while I grab these cards. As I was talking about food, which happens to be, something I talk about a lot. A lot of our restaurants are going to be opening up again. So that's going to be very cool because I'm tired of eating at home. I'm tired of the pandemic, damn it. And that's where my patience needs to come in, right? All right, so the first card. Oh, I love this. Discernment. Look at this beauty. So when I connect with this card, she's holding her hands over her solar plexus and her heart, and there's this beautiful light coming in. And look at the clouds, and look at the moon over her third eye and over her head. Discernment. How are you feeling? So discernment this week. Tap in with your power center. Tap in with that place, your solar plexus, where you draw your connection to self and how your self connects to community, how your self connects to the universe, how your self connects to the family. Again, authentic self. Here we have some reiteration of other messages. And sometimes our heads are in the clouds, right? So we get to have the discernment of connection. We get to have the discernment of focus. If you're feeling cloudy, if you're feeling like things are not coming to you readily and easily, then take a step back. Ask your higher self, why is my vision clouded right now? Why am I not feeling clearly? And whatever comes forward, take time to cut cords with the source of that energy. Ah, beautiful card. Release. Look at the representation of release. And isn't it interesting that all of that beautiful energy and even the butterflies seem to be coming out and around her throat, going up into the moon? How beautiful is that? And our next full moon will be on June 5th. Right in the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde. So when I look at this card again, this is another blah 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 blah. This is another confirmation card in regards to releasing all of that stuff out of your throat. We're looking at opening that throat chakra, being able to speak our truth, being able to be in that authenticity of self. All right, and the next card that comes through, assessing. Ooh, look at this one. Assessing, taking a look. Where do we belong? Where are we? What's going on our path? Seeking universal truth, assessing that. Here's another confirmation of the other energies that, I felt were coming in. Let's draw two more cards just to have a completion with this spread. Fear. Well, this one definitely represents fear, right? Look at all the different ravens. The bird cage is open. Here we have a repetitive symbol of that golden light. And she's kind of in a quandary here. Is she going to hold on to that darkness, or is she going to allow the light in, right? There's a lot of stuff with fear going on in our world right now. And we can decide to hold on to it. We can keep those cords. We can keep vibing over and over and over and over again about the first fears of the virus, about what we felt 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 2 hours ago. But if we keep doing that, that's just going to be a snowball effect, right? And how much stronger does that fear become? What are you doing to release fear this week? What are you doing to let go of that? What are you doing to feed that? And is that feeling comfortable for you? What can you do to clear and release and let go of that? Even if it's only for the night when you sleep, even if it's only for a moment, even if it's only for an hour, think about how you can let that go and let that beautiful light that's inside you expand. And the last card in our 5-card draw is purity. I love this picture. It depicts the snow moon, and feel that vibe. This to me is all about white light. It's about divinity. It's about allowing that authenticity of self, the higher self, to come in, to ground that energy inside of us. And I invite you all to do that. Not only do I invite you all to do that, I encourage you to do that. When I'm feeling wonky, when I'm feeling out of sorts, and I take a moment, it can be 3 minutes, it can be 30 minutes, where I'm just setting intention and I'm asking for my higher self to connect. And I'm allowing my heart to expand. And I'm releasing that ick that I've pulled in, ick that I've created, and ick that I've absorbed. Those are my technical terms, by the way. From other sources, it just allows me a place of peace and calm. So, those are the energies that are coming in this week. I am super excited to see what we all can create this week, right? It doesn't have to be chaotic. It doesn't have to be negative. Knowing that these different things are coming in, we can prepare, we can bring in more light, and we can ride that wave. So have a blessed day, and I'll speak to you again soon.